Good afternoon. We are here with the Oxford Downtown Diaries. How are you today, Kelly?
Good. We are the dynamic duo,
Yeah, we
Kelly
are.
Westbrook, Kimberly Smith, and we're sitting across from each other, so we're trying something new. I think this might work for us.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm used to looking at you this way,
I know.
so it's
Yeah.
it's a new look.
Yeah, so I'm excited about our guest today, and
Yeah.
like you say, I'm excited every week.
week.
But Paul Bobalt is here without his other half. Should we call her your better half?
That's good. Yeah.
That's good.
That's
Okay.
an appropriate
Happy
title.
wife, happy life.
That's
Yes. But we're so excited to have you, and you're probably one of our newest businesses downtown. How long have you been downtown?
We ended up getting the storefront in October of 2023.
October.
So,
Okay.
6 months.
Awesome. So their business, Designs by Chance, we've been in there multiple times. You're wearing a hat that I bought for my husband
Yeah.
not too long ago. It looks great. So we're excited to have you downtown and
you.
excited to learn more about your business today and your background. And I know Brooke couldn't be here, but you guys are wearing multiple hats. She's still working full time, and you guys
Yep.
are managing the store. So tell us a little bit about your background.
So, my personal background, I came from, I worked in automotive, ended up getting laid off in 2020. Really wanted to start my own business and work for myself. I guess I kind of learned that the hard way, wearing multiple different hats and keeping the finances and products coming and running the machine. So, yeah, we got really fortunate with Rod owning the building we have now and Melissa having to move out, and it worked out perfect. And we've had a lot more foot traffic now that the weather's nice, so that's good. But people think we just do like engraving on metals and stuff. But Kelly mentioned the hat patch. That's actually made in our machine. We do glass. Our most recent project was that neon sign with LED strips, so that was a fun one. So it's not just restricted to engraving. So if anybody has any projects they think we might be able to do, I encourage you to reach out because the chances are we could probably do it.
And so you said you were in automotive, but what field were you
Oh,
in?
I worked in. I have a finance degree, so I worked accounts payable for
Okay.
most of the time, and then my last role with Chrysler was like a financial analyst liaison. I would make sure AP was able to pay their invoices, and I'd have to do like checks with engineers and all that fun stuff.
Oh my gosh. So let's talk
Yeah.
about finance brain and creative brain
know,
because
like-
you don't see that happen a lot.
Was it a hobby that you've had all this time, or what got you into this?
So, Brooke, actually, it kept. She wanted a machine called the Glow Forge, and I was like, they're like, they were kind of pricey for what they could do. And then she found our current manufacturer, and I was like, was having trouble finding like a career rather. And I'm like, you know what, let's just do it. And then it arrives in our garage. It takes up half the garage, so I wasn't expecting something that large. And there's definitely early frustrations with it. We were, asking for help, and a lot of it was trial and error. But there was a point we wanted to crate the thing back up and send it back and
Right.
try something else. But I'm glad we stuck with it.
So
Yeah.
were you crafty, or is this a brand new venture for you?
Um, I guess Brooke's more the crafty one with her workshops and all
Okay.
those events she puts on. I enjoyed making things. I always liked personalized items, something that was made for you or a family member. And then I realized I could start doing stuff with this machine, and here we are. I mean, almost everything we do is personalized in some way, but I try to make some generic downtown Oxford merchandise to sell as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, how did you guys get from in your garage to now storefront? What was in between? What was the process? Where were you selling things like that?
We were pretty much just word of mouth on Facebook. We'd have people drop stuff off at our porch. A lot of it was drinkware and things, but we did some wood projects, and then we were at the farmers market last year,
Woohoo.
and I think Melissa stopped by, and we ended up just talking with her and how she needed a different place, for her line of work. And again, Brooke was like, "Well, we could get a storefront in downtown Oxford. We should consider it." And I was just like, "Oh, we're kind of like, I don't know if we're ready to move out of the garage yet." And it proved
And
to
look
be
at you now.
yeah, proved to
Yeah.
be very
Who
very
won that one,
beneficial as well.
Paul?
I have a losing track record
Yeah.
so far.
Oh, it's okay. Your
but,
husband. It's fine. But I have to say that's so
Oh.
cool because you are one of two businesses
Mhm.
that has been a part of our vendors market that now has a storefront space. And when we originally put the vendors market together, 4 years, it'll be 4 years this
Mhm.
year, and we brought Kimberly on. That was always the dream, right? That
Yeah.
we would have these vendors that would start to be successful at the vendors market and then want to have a space in
Mhm.
downtown. And so for us, you made some of our dreams
Dreams come
come
true.
true.
Good.
Yeah.
Because we were just so excited that a business had that type of success where they wanted to be a part of that community all the time. And you really do have just the best little setup and space in Oxford. I mean, I remember coming in for your ribbon cutting and was so impressed with all the different products that you guys were able to either, cut out like what's on your hat or engrave or the woodworking. I just had no idea the amount that you guys could put forth.
Yeah, the machine we have is, extremely versatile, which helps. But I mean, if you wanted, I guess we're in the process right now of finishing up some signs for a lake house. But you put your image on there, we can cut it out, paint it, and seal it, and then you have a customized sign for your building. But the amount of stuff we can get through our wholesaler that are blank items is crazy. I think it's probably up to 3,000 different items. Starting to get some more bulk orders in. So that's good. We just did 100 hats for a contracting company in Rochester Hills, and then we have some interest in some larger orders too. So it's not just you don't have to just buy one or two if you're looking for events for a family trip or items for a family trip or an event or just your business for gifts. We can definitely help you out.
What would you say is your biggest seller or top 3 sellers?
Actually, right now it's been hats and like the take home workshop kits you can take
Okay.
home and paint, or just showing up for a workshop event. So those have been really our bread and butter this year for sure.
Yeah,
That's
that's awesome.
yeah.
And I definitely want to come and take a workshop
Yeah.
because we have been watching you guys online and everything that you're offering and Brooke's offering. But I think one of the coolest things was Scott Cree,
I was
who's
just gonna
on
say
our
that.
Yep.
design committee. I know that they hosted their daughter's
Hmm.
10th birthday there. And just to see how personalized those items were with like each girl's name on it,
Yeah.
that was so cool. So, like, tell us, what if somebody wants to host an event or a birthday there? What does that look like?
So, for like a painting workshop, we can, a lot of our files come off Etsy. So if there's something like you and your group of friends want to do, send us the file. We can cut it out. For birthday parties, unless they want something specific, they get like a 12-inch wood round and they make like a room sign. So each girl or boy or whatever, they get their name cut out. So it's personalized to them. And then we have like a bunch of big bins of a bunch of other stuff they can paint and decorate their sign for. And in terms of the workshops, you can choose some products on the wall. Or I think every day Brooke's cutting out like more stuff. Every other day I'm going to get plywood.
Yeah.
um so again, she's been adding new projects and stuff, so now that we kind of have some stock and different, a lot of different items to choose from, you can pick one of those, or if you wanted something personalized, we can do that too.
And that's really cool. What I remember from my visits in there, you have really great, cool, unique gifts. So you
Hmm.
have like barware, you have tumblers. Didn't you do an order recently of like a large, was it like a Yeti or a Stanley?
I did, I think 15, yeah, 15 Stanleys for Oxford girls wrestling.
Yeah,
But yeah, people, you can bring your stuff in to get personalized, or you can purchase from us.
yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we've been trying to work together on signage. We have these new community spaces, the
Mhm.
patio, big O,
Big O.
and then the courtyard space where we want to have signs made. So we've been working with you guys and are looking forward to some installation coming this spring.
Awesome.
So it's neat to see what a wide variety you have from just little gifts like that to, I mean, these are downtown signs.
Yeah, yeah. Our working bed is 60 by 40, so I mean that's pretty significant space. We do have a pass-through feature, which allows us, with the help of a camera, we actually push, on a longer item, we can push it through the machine and it engraves it on spot. But we haven't messed around with that yet, and I don't really want to move the machine again to figure it out. Because then things come unaligned, and then back in I think February or January. We had um, I guess it's my fault for lack of maintenance, but the machine scheduled maintenance for me, so that took 4 days to go through all the checks and balances and figure out why it wasn't cutting straight. So some lessons learned: maintain your equipment. But that set us back 4 days, so we had to cancel a birthday party, unfortunately. So that was really that wasn't a fun week, but
Those learning things, though,
Mm.
those learning curves, I guess you would call them, I feel like they're always going to happen with new businesses and opening. I mean, we've talked to so many of our business owners that have gone through a lot, especially when they're just opening their doors. So it's bound to happen. It's not just you.
yeah. And then I guess for example, we can engrave leather stuff. So um, somebody reached out to get footballs engraved for coaches, and I told her, I was like, well, I haven't done one of these before, so I might have to sacrifice a few to figure out what makes them come out nice. But yeah, there's always that. You're always going to have sacrifice material unless you've done it before, especially if something new comes in. But
So were you
um,
able to do the leather footballs?
yep, yeah, they were
That's so
for
That is
cool.
so
they were the
cool.
autograph balls. So on the I think the top half or one of the halves, it was white, so all the kids could sign it and put a date.
That's
And
really
then on the other
cool.
side it said like Oxford Junior Wildcats coach, whoever.
Such a
That's
fun
awesome.
idea. So, being new to the downtown, what have you learned? What advice would you give other businesses that are thinking about transitioning from a home-based business to a storefront?
I would say if the situation fits you and your goals and your future goals, then do it absolutely because there's so much going on in downtown Oxford over the summer. We were at the farmers market. And we had constant people there every Thursday, and then with the concerts in the park, and then other downtown events, the foot traffic from you know not only the residents but surrounding areas is quite substantial. So, if you're marketing yourself right and you get people interested in your business, then I'd say go for it. And I would say the workshops really catapulted us because we have just a big enough space where we can host 10 people and 10 of your friends too. And then like I mentioned, they're all you can pick from a project we have cut out, or you can submit your own idea.
Yeah, so just quickly about the market, I've heard the market master is great to work with.
She is both them and her sidekick.
That's
But
awesome.
just a plug for the market. What was your experience with the markets? I know you've mentioned it a couple of times. Excuse me. And we love having you in the storefront. So we're so happy to have
We
you more.
graduated.
You've graduated.
Yeah.
But what was your experience like with the markets for people that are thinking of potentially, historically we've had longer sessions. So we've had 13 weeks, we'd had 10 weeks. This year it's a shorter commitment, it's only 6 weeks. So what would be your advice? What was your experience on you in the be working in the markets?
Yeah, so I think had we done it differently, if knowing what we know now, like this year we would have brought a bunch of like grab and go merchandise. We were really promoting ourselves to be like personalized items.
Hmm.
But I think we were the only vendors there that offered like custom stuff, but everybody, whatever vegetables, cookies, whatever somebody may bring, I would make sure you have grab and go items. We did get a few custom orders, and we had some kickback on just showing up, but it helped us get our name out there, and that's what we were really looking for. So, if you're new, these markets and events are really good to get your name out there, hand some business cards out. um, if you're doing more of the personalized stuff, maybe bring like a few showcase pieces with you and see where it goes. But it was I'm glad we did it. We met a lot of people, and then with you guys and the DDA, helping us and just other downtown businesses promoting us and doing events. It's been really good.
Yeah, the
Good.
community really does work together and
Yeah.
tries to promote each other, and that's of course what we want. If somebody needs something personalized, what is your return time on that? So, do they contact you, call you, Facebook, and then how is it a day? Can somebody walk in with something? What does it look like?
So right now, turn day turnaround stuff is rare. It happened to work out for a customer yesterday. Brooke took a half day, so I was able to go home and etch a glass for him. But typically, it depends on the size of your order. But I usually get stuff back to you within 10 days, if not sooner. There's some. I mentioned we were working on some signs. Actually, one of them's for a new resident. he wanted the Albanian eagle cut out and painted black and his name's across it. So those take a little bit more time, and I only have one machine right now. But when the other two get in, they should be here hopefully by the end of the month. We got to go through a learning curve process with those, but we'll be able to do more things in store. So if you have, for example, 4 or 5 Yetis, it's something I could, mostly, but depending on the lead, what else is going on, I could probably get those done within a day
Okay,
or two.
that's awesome.
So I realize you just moved in to downtown in October, but do you have plans? Like, what are your plans going forward? Or
Um,
are you still just trying to get comfortable?
I think no, we really like where we're at. Like Kelly mentioned, it's a perfect space for what we do. There's enough room in the back to put our 2 new machines in, so that'll help. And then we're gonna kind of clean up some of the front area. A lot of those display tables were last minute Facebook Marketplace refurnishes, but yeah, we're getting new displays things in, new products. But as of right now, we don't have any plans in leaving. It's just a good area for for what's us. I can't imagine really expanding. The only reason I think that would ever happen is if we wanted to move the machine out of our garage, but uh, that's a project in itself, and
Mhm.
probably paying a professional mover to do that. But no, we're comfortable where we're at, and want to see what this summer holds for us.
Is so you guys have done so much already, and you guys have flexible hours right now, or can people walk in on a daily basis? What does that look like for you guys?
Yeah, so our hours right now are 1 to 6, and we might extend that over the summer. But I I'm still working in the golf course in the mornings, so
Okay.
I figured if I can at least put a half day in there and then open the store from 1 to 6. And I think our plan was to have open paint each day. I think we're gonna try to do that, where you can just there'd be a table or two set up, and you can come in and pick your project and the whole. I don't have a picture of it, but it's on our Facebook. Brooke has every color under the sun you can choose from painting, and we have paint supplies there, so you can come in and spend an hour or two, paint your project, and take it home.
That would be awesome. I
That's fun.
especially us with kids over here.
Mhm.
What a great activity in the summertime, especially when your kids are bored at home or you just
Mhm.
need to change it up during the week. I think too, something that you can walk in and that doesn't have to necessarily be scheduled. So those open painting hours are
Hmm.
huge. We used to have a business, and it's been quite a few years now, but the merge that was
Mhm.
over there that was it was on the outside of downtown, but they used to do that, and I know we're wildly successful. So I think something like this is what we need in our community. I'm always looking for things to do with my kids and my
Hmm.
family. And now when you think about this and then you think about the arcade and going to lunch, I mean, you can really make a whole day in
Mhm.
Oxford.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
that's what we're trying to get to.
Yeah.
And then with the painting sessions, that's you were right. That's what we were thinking. Kids are home during the summer. Um, the babysitter can bring them in. They can paint their projects. Rainy days, especially, not
Mhm.
much to do. But definitely in the winter months to get out of the house and come spend a few hours with us and create a project. That's your own. They're completely blank, and you can either paint. You can do your own, or we've been labeling the colors that were used on the example if you wanted to mimic that. So
That's awesome. And something we didn't talk about this, so I'm just going to throw it out there. But we do have Wind Down Wednesdays coming
That's
behind
right.
mhm.
you guys
Yeah,
in Victoria. So, if we happen to have to paint while we're drinking wine back there, might that
That
be
could be a
okay?
that might be a
I
fun
mean, open
activity,
painting during that time. I'm just feeling like with
um,
my girlfriends, that might be a good time.
especially with a glass
it's
of wine.
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Abstract art.
that's a good idea. We have I know we have 2 6-foot tables and an 8-foot table, so
We'll
and
set them
we
up
have plenty of
outside.
chairs, and
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
Okay.
I'll have
Well,
to
I'm
So
just
pass that
throwing it
on.
out there
I
to
Yeah,
the
love
absolutely.
community at
that.
this point.
So for people that maybe can't pop in between 1 and 6, how can they reach you?
They can call us. All our information's on our Facebook page, and a lot of people send DMs or emails, and
Okay.
then we try to keep up on those daily and get back to you within a day or two.
And what is your address for those that maybe aren't familiar?
It's 14 South Washington Street. We're right next to Victoria's and the soon-to-be new brunch and breakfast place Looking,
That's a
Vinny's.
great place to be located.
yeah,
Yes.
wedged in between two
Yeah,
restaurants.
I
Yep.
love this.
And you're in the heart of downtown. I mean, you're right there, which is amazing.
Yeah, we the same place Andrea moved into, pepper butter
Yeah.
treats. That was available at the same time, and I really, I think Brooke was leaning more towards that because of the garage door and us being able to move equipment in
Gotcha.
there. But I was like, this spot's really hard to pass up on Main Street in
Mhm.
downtown with all the other stuff. You know, it might be whatever, a few hundred extra bucks a month, but it's at that point the
Yeah.
location, pays for itself. So
The walkability. And
And
we
and they're in the DDA district.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
let's call it out right now.
That's true.
That's what it is.
And we did. We invited Andrea to join us today. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it because she was busy at the store. But Andrea was another business that started at home, had some time with us at the markets, and then in this past couple months has opened her own storefront on Glassby.
Mhm.
So check her out. That's Pupper Butter Treats, Andrea Cicero.
and
Um,
yeah, our dogs love them.
Yeah.
They're all homemade. And,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yes.
she puts in the work. We haven't been in there yet with the dogs, but we've been planning on stopping in and seeing her
Yeah.
store. And
It's awesome. It's a great place. So I have the final question for our guests, but is there anything else you want to ask before we launch the final question?
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to mention one thing because you mentioned earlier, Brooke is at a full-time job.
Mhm.
You're working a job in the morning before you go to open the store. And then you guys are hosting classes on nights and weekends. And it's just so amazing to me when we talk with business owners how hard you all
Yeah.
work
Mm-hmm.
and how amazing it is because you're working a job to live out your dream that is another job. And I
Yeah,
I
right.
get so proud when I talk with business owners like you that you guys are just all in and it makes my heart so happy. But I don't know if everybody realizes like how small business owners work so hard day in and day out. And then they're catching up on those DMs and the Facebook messages
Mhm.
at night. And I just a shout out to all of you guys that are doing
Thank
it.
you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not ideal right now, but we're trying to get it to where her and I can do this full time because the few days she's been off and we've been able to actually do business stuff. It's made a huge difference.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're getting there. I think at the end of the summer, it's gonna be we're gonna be pushing closer to our goal. But like Kelly said, I hadn't had much work or much luck finding a career. I even got my commercial appraiser's license, and I still can't find work. So, like Kelly said, we've been all in. It's just how the cards have folded, I guess. So we're gonna just keep it at it.
It's funny how the path kind of changes. Maybe not exactly the way you would have anticipated, but the end could be even better than you would expected, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's it's hard not to get discouraged. We like Kelly said, there's we're at the store 1 to 6, and people might think we go home and eat dinner, and we do, but 9 times out of 10, that machine's on in our
Yeah.
garage doing something at night, trying to get caught up on orders. But I think that's going to help a lot when you get the new machines in, and we can do stuff on spot for people, kind of get a
Absolutely.
little bit of our life back.
Is there anything that you want to add or share or highlight before the final question?
I guess in terms of working with local community, we've been working with 42 Strong, and Joel's been interested in putting some mentorship events together with us. The kids can, I could pre-cut like a wood sign or something that they want to make it for their parents, for themselves. We have a bunch of different team building things, so we're looking forward to scheduling some things with them this summer. And we're happy to be able to, have a place where we can host mentorship events like that for the kids in the community.
That's great. And
That's awesome.
kudos to you guys for jumping in feet first, not only with the business, but also partnering with us, partnering with 42 Strong, with the other businesses. That's impressive.
Yeah, I think in a community like ours, it's important to do that and work with one another. We're all in the as a business owner, we're all in we have the same end goal. We want to survive and succeed. So it's always good to pass local work down and put the word out for other businesses in the area.
Yeah. Okay, so the final question.
Which I'm nervous about at this
I
point
I know
because I'm
it's been
like,
5 minutes, and I'm like, what could it possibly be?
Ooh,
Yeah.
we did it last week, didn't we?
I can't remember.
What is your favorite thing about Oxford? What do you want to share with other people? We want to know, like, why did you pick Oxford? You could have picked anywhere to open a business. What is it
That's a
about
good one.
Oxford?
Um, I think since we moved up here 5 years ago. It'll be this October, and um, everybody knows. Everybody's like a neighbor of one another too, which helps. I mean, but we have like everything. We have lakes. There's Boulder Point. The downtown shopping is great. It's a nice, clean downtown area. The amount of events people can participate in, whether you're a resident or live in a local, a neighboring community. Nice parks. It's a good spot to just raise a family. I mean, we can walk. Where our subdivision is, there's a cut through, and we can be at the park at the library in 5 minutes. So, and there's multiple parks, and not just one
Mhm.
big one. You know, it's like everything you need is in Oxford. We have local groceries and stuff. You don't have to drive too far to get anywhere, and a lot of people help each other out.
That's awesome. Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
We
you guys.
fully appreciate you coming and spending your afternoon with us. And you're opening your store late today so that you could be here
Yes.
and talk with
Yep.
us. So thank
No
you.
problem. You bet.
We appreciate
Yeah, thank
that.
you. We appreciate it. We just put one more thing on his agenda, poor
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, you did. She's good at that. But yeah, so definitely come check out Designs by Chance if you have some time, if you haven't been there already. What else we got going on, Miss Kelly?
Well, we just met with Lake Orion
We
for our
did.
weekly meeting. And if you haven't heard of our Stronger Together partnership before, we do so many great things with Lake Orion and their team. And even with all their transitions that they've been through with a new DDA director, it's been nice to get to know their new team
Mm-hmm.
and continue the partnership. I'm probably most excited for what we just planned out in the last hour. We
The Wind
decided
Down Wednesdays?
no,
Oh.
with Lake Orion.
Oh.
Obviously, we know what's on Kimberly's mind.
Yeah, I'm already in the summer having
Okay.
my wine,
Yes.
doing my painting.
Gotcha.
What did we talk? What did we plan?
Our ladies'
yes,
80s night.
the ladies 80. What was it? You had a really
Ladies?
good tagline earlier.
I don't know, summer social.
No, it
Was
was
last
something
year.
ladies in the 80s or something.
That's all
It was
people
good.
need to know.
I'm super pumped about that. Yes. So, yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff for the summer. And we also met with Thrive this morning.
Yes, that was great. Trying to have more for our businesses, resources wise. So between Main Street team and the DDA and everything that we're doing, I feel like our businesses really do have what they need to succeed.
So, what is Thrive for those that don't know?
Yeah, so the Thrive team came in this morning. It was previously Business Forward, and they're there as kind of a consulting group. So
Mhm.
if people need to find those resources, they're great for that. We chatted a little bit about some different trainings that they could bring in. So hoping to have them out to our community and be able to help our businesses even more. I know that the Genesis grant opportunity is coming out too through the Main Street team, so our businesses will be able to apply for that. I know that Paul's already ready to apply for that, so it's a great opportunity. So there's just so many things that we talk to our businesses about on a daily basis. I feel like that the public probably doesn't even know about, but so many things and ways that we help our businesses.
Yeah, and just to clarify with the Thrive, so they provide resources. So, for example, a new business, if you start adding employees, they can help with some consulting services for a few hours. They'll cover the cost, and then it would be up to you to negotiate the charge. Excuse me, the charges with that consultant, but things like accounting, which you won't need help with, but like HR perhaps, or marketing, or manufacturing, any of those things. So that's really interesting is having that relationship. And also they provide workshops, so like a one time, I actually went to one last week, I think it
Last
was.
week, yep.
So it was social media, like kicking off kind of how to like power up your social media voice for your business. So it's just really cool, free, mostly options that are available through the county. You also had one of your committee meetings today too.
We did Economic Vitality, which definitely is one of my favorites because we get to talk about awesome businesses coming into the area. I was meeting with Oxford Bike Shop yesterday behind their store and was able to meet the new boutique owner that's coming in next to them in May. So she'll be in next week and we'll be able to chat with her. I don't even know the name of her business yet. It was just a quick pop in and I gave her my information so we could set up time next week. but her product line is going to be very bohemian, kind of flowy material, women's boutique. So we're
Very
excited
cool.
about new businesses coming in.
Yes. And the event center is now open and running. Is that
It
correct?
is open.
Okay.
Did you end up seeing his post on Facebook
I
when it was
don't,
set up?
I think I did, but I don't know if it's the one that you're talking about, but it looked
Okay.
beautiful.
It was beautiful. They
Yeah.
threw a quinceañera for over 100 people,
Oh, wow.
and just all the colors and the lights hanging from the ceiling. It was so pretty.
Oh, wow.
I
So,
know.
yeah,
I'm
so
excited.
that's happening.
How's the market going?
The
I know
market's
that you're committing people very quickly
Yeah,
this year.
we are almost at capacity. So I have a bulk of the positions, the bulk of the spaces committed for and paid for.
Okay.
And then I have a list of people that have said, yes, I want to do this. And we're still kind of working out through dates and whatnot if those people are able to commit fully and make the payment. And then we have a wait list of people who
That's
are
amazing.
saying, we want to do this. And I'm saying, I will let you know if we have any spaces available. So
When we order our new business cards, I'm going to put Market Master on your business card just to poke fun.
that's great.
No,
I love
but can
this.
you tease out? You brought on a couple of businesses, a couple of vendors for the market this year that are just very unique and different. Can you tease them out? Just a few of them. Not
Yeah.
the names, just
Oh, of course.
what products.
Yeah. So as of right now, and I apologize if I'm not hitting all of the cool ones, but all of them are cool in their own special way. We have a lot of repeats from last year, so that's exciting. But the ones that kind of come to mind for me, I know we're having a permanent jewelry, which I thought was
That's
really
fun.
interesting and exciting. We have some very interesting food options this year. So we have like olive oils, infused olive oils. We have some chili oils. We have baklava. We have a lot of really cool freeze dried products. And then we have our staples of the home goods. We have some bath and body natural products as well. So, did I forget anything that you were thinking of?
You know what? The infused honey is always one of my
That one
family's
too, yes.
favorites. So I really like that one. That one's coming back this year.
Yeah.
But I'm just impressed with the people that are coming out and the people who are traveling. I know that we have a cookie company coming in, I believe,
We
from
do.
like 45 minutes away to
We
be at our
do,
market.
yes.
So it's just really neat to see that people are catching on to the market and it's
Mhm.
growing and it's expanding.
And I think this year, although there is such a benefit of having a longer series, I do feel like having a shorter one is beneficial in getting newer
Vendors.
people
Okay.
to come, because I think it's a little daunting to say every
Commitment is
Thursday
hard.
night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every Thursday night for 13 weeks, you have to be here. And if you can't, figure it out.
Right.
Because we administratively, the first year I joined, we were allowing people to kind of pop in and pop out, and administratively it's messy.
Yeah.
So last year we enacted that, it's a full series commitment, and everyone seems to be okay with that. They may miss a week here or a week there. But I just remember we also are gonna, I think, have Kairos pizza.
Oh,
Or the
nice.
pizza,
Okay.
sorry, a pizza.
And I just have to kick this out because we finally got all of our concerts released.
We did.
Which one are you looking most forward
I
to?
think you know the answer to that.
I just want to hear you say it.
The Bon Jovi tribute band.
Okay. I'm excited though. We went with tribute bands this
We
year and
did.
I think it's so unique and it's so fun. And because we had so many businesses and sponsors come alongside us this year, we were able to book some really awesome bands. I'm definitely the Frank Sinatra tribute band is probably what I'm most excited for, but
I was going to say, I'm excited for all of them.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to not share the love, because I'm really excited. I mean, obviously we picked them because we're excited about
Yeah.
all of them. But just growing up, Bon Jovi was my jam. So, but I'm also excited about Kids Night, which is a DJ. So it's going to be like a DJ party, like a dance party for families,
Be
for
so fun.
kids, for anyone who wants to come. So that's going to be fun too, because you can put in requests, and it should be a really
I
good
feel
time.
like there's going to be a lot of Taylor Swift requests.
I would imagine so.
Yep.
I'm okay with
But
it.
we're going to do with it. I think it's going to be fun because Funky Monkey and Red Piano are our sponsors that week, and
Yeah.
they're going to bring in kids' activities, and we'll have the face painting, of course,
Yep.
and the hair tinsel, and cotton candy and popcorn, and all the fun things to
Mhm.
sugar up your children and send them home.
And make them dance, and then they can go home and
That's
go to
right.
sleep.
We'll tire
It'll
them
be
out, right?
perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
But
Um,
all right, so I think we're going to have Sick Pizza on the show next week.
We're hoping so.
So we're waiting on confirmation, but it'll be nice for Scott to be here and talk about the car shows that are
Mhm.
coming back third year, right?
That I'm aware of.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
third
my
year.
third year, my third summer. So it's been here all 3 years,
Yep.
but I'm excited about that. We have our spring cleanup again. I do have to plug it one more time because it's the
Plug
21st.
away. We need more.
We
Yep.
do. We need volunteers. So if you're not busy that day, 1 to 4 or anytime that's you're available that day, we'll be doing just general cleanup, painting, mulching.
We're staining the trolley. So
staining the trolley. Yes, I always forget
we need more people.
about that. But yeah,
Awesome. Well, this was great.
this was good.
Thanks again, Paul. And
Thank you,
we'll
Paul.
see you all next week.
All right. Bye, guys.